Someone boarded a plane expecting nothing more than sun, palm trees, and cheap pina coladas. They landed instead in a place that is small in size but large in story. The Gambia, the smiling coast of Africa. It's a country threaded by one river, the Gambia River, and stitched to the sea by a handful of beaches and a long, unusual history. The Gambia became independent from Britain on February 18, 1965. A new nation built along a river and the lives it carried. It later became a republic in 1970. For decades it moved through quiet political rhythms, until the mid-1990s, when a coup reset the country's direction and the public story of the nation changed shape.
The people have some strange customs.
In 1994, a group of junior army officers took power. Out of that era rose Yahya Jammeh, a figure who led the country from the mid-1990s until his defeat and exile in 2017. That long period of authoritarian rule left scars on institutions, on the economy, and on how Gambians see outsiders and opportunity. The more recent transition to President Adama Barrow in 2017 opened new chapters, but many structural problems remain. The Gambia's beaches, Kololi, the Senegambia Strip, Bijilo, Bakau, and the Pipeline are the postcards the world knows. Sunsets here are ordinary miracles, but the country's economy leans heavily on tourists who come for those beaches, and over time an informal economy grew around the coastline. What started as bar culture and nightlife has, in many places, blurred into a darker reputation, a label the country has struggled to shake. When people talk about sex tourism in the Gambia, they are not talking about a single thing. They mean a spectrum. Transactional relationships between tourists and locals.
What do you need?
Sex.
How much will have to pay? Like 200?
200.
An economy of exchange tied to gifts, money, and migration hopes. And tragically, cases of child sexual exploitation and trafficking in which the most vulnerable are abused. Along the coastal strips, particularly the Senegambia area around Kololi, local intermediaries, sometimes called bumpsters, historically connected tourists to local young men and women. This phenomenon is well documented in academic and NGO reports.
Everyone loves the Gambia, tropical paradise.
If you listen to Gambians, to tour guides, to market sellers, to mothers, you hear a complicated story.
Feel then when women come, they have sex with you, and then you don't hear from them again.
It really hurts me.
Really?
Poverty and limited job options push some young people into transactional encounters. Some Gambians see it as survival, others see it as damage to reputation and social fabric. Researchers who have studied the tourism-based sexual economy find that motivations are mixed: survival, aspiration, and the uneven power of currency and mobility. These are not simple love stories. They are economic decisions carved by inequality. The Gambian state has tried to push back. The Tourism Offences Act, 2003, was introduced to criminalize sexual exploitation in tourist contexts and to target those who exploit children and other vulnerable people through tourism. The law has been amended, and enforcement efforts, including creation of special legal structures to handle tourism-related sexual crimes, show that the problem is recognized at the national level. But enforcement, resources, and the social realities on the ground make change slow and uneven. In the 1980s and 1990s, the Gambia opened more to package holiday travel from Europe. Cheap flights, seasonal beach markets, and local entrepreneurs meant more visitors, and more contact zones where money crossed hands. Over time, certain stretches of beach acquired reputations. Media attention amplified these reputations back in Europe. Older tourists seeking companionship, young Gambian men hoping for remittances or opportunities abroad. and bar economies that sometimes blurred ethical lines. That reputation stuck. And it's been both a source of income and of deep local frustration. The Gambia is small but stubbornly alive. It's a place where history sits beside the sea, from independence in 1965 to the upheavals of the 1990s, and the hope of a new era since 2017. Sex tourism is one chapter of the country's story, loud in headlines, real in consequences, but it does not define the people who live on the riverbanks and the markets. If we are to tell the whole truth, we must be honest about the harm, and we must also be honest about the beauty. The river crossings, the markets, the music, the food, and the people who want their country known for more than its worst headlines.